Okay, so continuing on the second portion of our discussion, or part two of our discussion on in circular functions. So basically, let's try to do this example that we have right here. So the task is for you to find the values of cosine alpha and sine alpha. We let p of alpha be the point of intersection of the unit circle. So basically, this one, and then the line segment joined with the origin and a point negative 4, 3. So basically, this is going to be the illustration that we have in using these um, problem that we have as a reference. So what we're going to do first, class, is that we are going to find yung ating R. Kasi we need the R to find the cosine alpha and sine alpha. Remember, our R here is set up as 1, so it would not be a good, it would be na, we cannot use that to find yung value nung point na to, yung trigonometric value ng point na to, which is negative 4 tsaka 3. Kasi again, R here is just equal to 1. So if we do that as a solution, we are going to make use of that point, and then our x here is negative 4 and y is 3. So if we do that, we are going to find our r first, which is going to make we are going to make use of yung ating formula using the Pythagorean theorem that we come up with, which is r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared, to find our r. Kasi we only have the measure right here, which is in terms of 3 units vertical axis, and then the measure that we have right here, which is just negative 4 units. So we're missing these value right here, which is our r. So if you do that, that is going to be r squared root of x squared, which is negative 4 squared, plus y squared, which is 3 squared, and then r is equal to the square root of 16 plus 9, which is going to be r is equal to the square root of 25, which is r is equal to either positive or negative 5. But remember again, for the radius, it only have a positive value because it's a distance. So that would be now 5. And then if you want to find our cosine alpha now, we are just going to make use of that r that we have right here, and we know that cosine alpha is just equal to our x divided by r. So that will be x divided by r. Your x here is negative 4, so therefore that is negative 4 divided by 5. So our cosine alpha is negative 4 over 5, and then our sine alpha would be y divided by r. So therefore, if your y value is 3, that will be 3 over 5 for our sine alpha. So anyways, we were able to get the value of cosine alpha and sine alpha. We're just making use of our unit circle. Okay? And also continuing on the discussion involving values of circular functions, let's do also yung values of circular functions in terms of pi over 6. So let me create a circle and tell you how it is. Let's do pi over 3 first. Kasi yung pi over 6 would be intertwined nung sa pi over 3 natin. So, let's do pi over 3 first. So, if we do pi over 3, it would look like this. So, imagine meron kang circle, tapos yung circle mo looks like this. And then, what we are going to do, since this is pi divided by 3, this is telling us na we are going to divide our length, which is pi, which is arc length, which is from here to here, stops here, into 3 equal parts. So if we do that, we can create yung ganitong figure, right? Ganitong figure. So, ganyan. So, ganitong figure, ganitong, since it's gonna be pi over 3. Okay, so, yeah, that is it. Ganyan. We are going to divide it into 3 equal parts yung ating pi. So, ganyan yung itsura niya. Tapos, we are going to imagine that this is pi over 3 portion, and this one is pi over 3. Tapos ito yung pi over 3. And then, this is gonna be pi over 3 as well. This is gonna be pi over 3 because this is equivalent still to pi, right? Yung ating half ng semicircle, which is from here to there. That's why it's equal to 2 pi there. Now, we are going to determine which is pi over 3 here. Of course, the first portion of the arc length would be pi over 3. And then we move on to this part. So if we move on to this part, that would be pi over 3, 1, 2. So this is going to be 2 pi over 3. And then if we move on to this part, it doesn't matter because it's going to be 3 pi over 3, which is pi still. So we are going to skip that part and then go to the other one, which is going to be just 4 pi over 3. And then we move on to here, which is going to be our 5 pi over 3. Kasi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tapos 6 is gonna be 6 pi over 3, which is equal to 2 pi. So we are just going back to this multiple of this, but it's not the multiple of pi over 3 na. It's gonna be a multiple of pi. So therefore, we just focus on these specific values. So as you can see here, it's the same case as this one. As you can see, pi over 3 is gonna be located at these portions of our pi or our unit circle. Ayan. And again, we are going to reference yung trigonometric values that we have right here in terms of what we have na theorem and 30, 60, 90. So remember, this is gonna be 60, this is gonna be 30. So that means if this is a unit circle, the r here is 1, and then the opposite to the 30-degree angle is just half as long as the hypotenuse. So if this is 1, this is going to be 1 half, and this is going to be square root of 3 over 2. And therefore, yung y value mo there is square root of 3 over 2, and x is just 1 half. So therefore, yung trigonometric value, or ang point na mayroon tayo dito is just 1 half, tsaka square root of 3 over 2. And it's going to be the same case with the others, which is the values here, or which are the values here. It's just that they are of different locations ng ating 2D system. Remember again, this is quadrant 2, meaning the value there is going to be negative 1 half tsaka square root of 3 over 2. Tsaka dito would be a negative value for both. So that is negative 1 half tsaka negative square root of 3 over 2. Tsaka dito is going to be 1 half tsaka negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay? That's how you come up with the values there. And then we are going to make use of that as a reference to find our values. So if we are talking about sine 4 pi over 3, meaning we have this unit circle na 4 pi over 3. So we are going to subdivide it into 3 equal parts for our semicircle. That would be ganyan. Tapos, we extend that portion here. So, meaning each of the portion is just pi over 3. So, meaning, if we are going to find for 4 pi over 3, that is counting starting from here, kasi it's a positive value, we start off counterclockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So meaning we stop here for 4 pi over 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So meaning the values of 4 pi over 3, if this is going to be 1 half, kasi diba, this is going to be 1 half here, and this is going to be square root of 3 over 2. So 1 half square root of 3 over 2. Same lang siya ng value here. It's 1 half square root of 3 over 2, but we are in quadrant 3, meaning it's going to be negative for both. So, and again, for sine, that is the y value. So therefore, sine 4 pi over 3 is just negative square root of 3 over 2. And then for our 5 pi over 3, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we stop here. This is our 5 pi over 3. And again, it's the same value as our value here in quadrant 1. It's just that it's in quadrant 4. So if we're talking about now our cosine value here, our cosine value would be our x. So therefore, this is 1 half. And then for our cotangent negative 7 pi over 3, we are going to move clockwise. So we start here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And as you can see, we have the same location as 5 pi over 3. But remember again, for cotangent t, that is x divided by y. So we are going to divide our x value with our y value. So that is 1 half divided by negative square root of 3 over 2, which would give you 1 half times negative 2 over square root of 3, which would, this will be cancelled out. So you would get negative 1 over square root of 3. Then rationalize it. Then you would get negative square root of 3 over 3 as a value here. And then for our last one, yung cosecant negative 11 pi over 3, we do the same thing. We move clockwise. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it would stop here, meaning our values is 1 half and square root of 3 over 2. But we are doing cosecant. And remember, for cosecant, that is in terms of our y value. So 1 over y tayo, 1 divided by yung y value, which is square root of 3 over 2. So that is 1 times 2 over square root of 3, which would give you 2 square root of 3 times square root of 3 over square root of 3, which is 2 square root of 3 over 3. So that's why yung value dito is 2 square root of 3 over 3. Okay? Okay. And we also have for our pi over 6, but it's the same context dun sa ating pi over 3 as well. So, sa pi over 6 naman, yung mga values sa pi over 6, how do we come up with that? We are going to imagine that our semicircle will be divided into 6 parts now. So, if this is pi, the rotation from here to here, then we are going to divide it into 6 parts. If we do that, it would look like this. And then we are going to do the same thing with the other portion. Okay, wait for a while. Okay, I think I could just divide it. So I'm going to divide it here. Tapos divide it first right here, and then do that thing. Yan. So we divide yung each of the pi into 6 equal parts. So this is pi over 6. This is pi over 6. This is pi over 6. This is pi over 6, and so on and so forth. And then we do that to locate yung mga values or multiples ng pi over 6, or multiples ng special real number na pi over 6. So that would be starting from here. So this is pi over 6. And then we move on to the next one, 1, 2. So this is 2 pi over 6. But remember again, 2 pi over 6 is just equal to pi over 3. So we do not include that one. So as this one, this is going to be 4 pi over 6, which would be pi over 2. So we do not include that one. We move on to here. And that is going to be, what do I call that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be 5 pi over 6. So we include that one. Kasi ito hindi na we would not include this one because this is going to be now 3 pi over 4. Kasi 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 4 pi over 6 is going to be that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 pi over 6, so which is pi over 2 from here. And then if we do it right here, it's going to be 2 pi over 3. Okay, so 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we do not do that as well because 6 pi over 6 is going to be pi. And then we do it right here. So it's going to be 7 pi over 6. And this is going to be 4 pi over 3. So we do not include that one. And this is going to be 3 pi over 2. This is going to be 5 pi over 3. So we do na lang yung last one, which is 11 pi over 6. And as you can see, they are just based off again with the same theorem that we have in geometry. So 30, 60, 90 tayo. So 30, 60 to. This is going to be 90. And the side opposite to the 30-degree angle is half as long as the hypotenuse. So this is a unit circle, meaning our hypotenuse is 1. And this is going to be just 1 half. This is going to be square root of 3 over 2. So meaning, yung value ng pi over 6 or yung kanyang trigonometric value for p pi over 6 is gonna be just square root of 3 over 2 tsaka 1 half. And then, same case others, they are just have the same values. It's just that they are from different quadrants. So, this is gonna be still negative square root of 3 over 2, negative 1 half. This is gonna be still square root of 3 over 2, negative 1 half. And this is gonna be negative square root of 3 over 2 tsaka 1 half. As you can see, that's what we have here. So ito, they have the same values, right? And then also this one. So that is our 30-degree angle. So we make use of that as a reference, no, to find the trigonometric values. If we do that, then we are going to create a unit circle. If we create a unit circle, we are going to subdivide again our entire pi into 6 equal parts. Okay, wait for a while. Okay, so our pi over 6 is here. So basically this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is gonna be 5 pi over 6. And then this is gonna be 7 pi over 6, and this is gonna be 11 pi over 6. Okay, and the value is square root of 3 over 2 tsaka 1 half. Okay, so if you do 5 pi over 6 is here, and then the values there are negative square root of 3 over 2 tsaka 1 half. And then if we are talking about sign, that is just a y value. So therefore, that is just 1 half. And then for our negative 7 pi over 6, we start here clockwise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it has the same location as 5 pi over 6. You just take out yung cosine value now, which is this one. So meaning that is negative square root of 3 over 2. And then if we do 11 pi over 6, that is starting here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that would be here, and then that is square root of 3 over 2 tsaka negative 1 half. And then again, if we're talking tangent, or talking about tangent, that is tangent t is equal to y divided by x. So that is negative 1 half divided by square root of 3 over 2, which would give you negative 1 half times 2 over square root of 3, which is negative 1 over square root of 3 times square root of 3 over square root of 3, which would give you negative square root of 3 over 3. So meaning the value is negative square root of 3 over 3. And then if we do negative 17 pi over 6, we start here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So let me count it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so it really does stop here. So that will be 7 pi over 6, and the value there will be negative square root of 3 over 2 and negative 1 half. And then remember, this is our x, this is our y. If we're talking about cotangent, that is cotangent t is going to be equal to x over y, which will give you negative square root of 3 over 2 divided by negative 1 half, which is just negative square root of 3 over 2 times negative 2 over 1. This would be cancelled out, and this is going to be just square root of 3. So the value of our cotangent negative 17 pi over 6 is just square root of 3. Okay? So ganun lang siya kadali mag-find ng value as long as you have our reference na unit circle. And then also, we also have the values of circular functions of pi over 4. Same case, we are going to subdivide our circle into 4 equal parts. So if you do that, this is gonna how it looks like. So that is gonna be subdivided into 4 equal parts. So meaning that is gonna be the the figure that we are going to create. So pi over 4 is here. Doesn't matter here because it's going to be pi over 2. 2 pi over 4 is just pi over 2. And this is going to be 3 pi over 4. And this is going to be 4 pi over 4, which is pi. So this is going to be just 5 pi over 4. And this is going to be 6 pi over 4, which is 3 pi over 2. And this is going to be just 7 pi over 4. Kasi each of the portion is just pi over 4 parts. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for an example. Okay? And again, we make use of our theorem in basic geometry wherein if this is going to be equal yung ating mga lengths of the side of an isosceles triangle or a 45 degree right isosceles triangle, meaning yung ating if one of the side is square root of 2 over 2, the other side is just square root of 2 over 2. Okay? So we calculated that one before. The square root of 2 over 2 over square root of 2 lang to. So meaning our coordinates there is just equivalent to square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. Okay? So if we make use of that context now, in a specific example that we have right here, that means if we have a circle, we are going to subdivide it into 4 equal parts again. Meaning this is pi over 4, this is 3 pi over 4, this is 5 pi over 4, this is 7 pi over 4, and this is going to be square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. This is going to be, since it's in quadrant 2, that is negative square root of 2 over 2, and square root of 2 over 2. And this is going to be negative square root of 2, and negative square root of 2 over 2. And then this is going to be square root of 2, negative square root of 2 over 2. So if we are going to find cosine 3 pi over 4, that is here, right? Kasi 1, 2, 3, 3 pi over 4 siya. And if you want to get a cosine, that is just your x value. So therefore, negative square root of 2 over 2 to. And then sine 5 pi over 4 is here. So we are talking about the y value. So that is negative square root of 2 over 2 still. And then if we talk about negative 7 pi over 4, we start counting clockwise. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it stops here. And then our cotangent is just, cotangent of t is just equal to x divided by y. So that is square root of 2 over 2 divided by square root of 2 over 2. Since our x is here, our y is here. And if we do that, square root of 2 over 2 times 2 over square root of 2 is just equal to 1. So therefore, this is just 1. And then, if we do negative 9 pi over 4, we start here, clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we stop here, and then our cosecant t is just 1 divided by y, kasi reciprocal niya siya ng sign. So 1 divided by y is just 1 divided by negative square root of 2 over 2, which is 1 divided by negative 2 over square root of 2, which would give you negative 2 over square root of 2 times square root of 2 over square root of 2, which is going to be negative 2 over square root of 2 divided by 2 is going to be negative square root of 2. So basically, yung value niya is negative square root of 2. Okay? So that's how you find for the trigonometric values of the special or real numbers for pi over 4. And then, we continue on finding naman yung vice versa. So, kanina, we are trying to find yung ating trigonometric values. Now, we are going to find yung radian measure in terms of that specific value. So, if for an example, we want to find all values of x in the closed interval 0 to 2 pi that satisfy the equation sine x is equal to negative 1/2. So, meaning, for a solution, we are trying to find yung kanyang t in pi radians. So, we have to make use of the context ng ating unit circle if we are not using the calculator. So, that would be, ano yung mga values sa unit circle na magkakaroon ng value na 1/2. Is it yung 30, 60, or 90? If we're looking at 30, that would be looking like this, right? Meaning, yung triangle natin is ganito. So, meaning, our 1/2 there is gonna be your y value. So, therefore, we make use of that one. Kasi yung y natin there is equal to 1/2. Kasi pag 60, yung 60 is gonna be ganito. So, meaning, your x there is gonna be 1/2. Your y is square root of 3 over 2. Kasi obviously naman, yung square root of 3 over 2 is mas mahaba doon sa ating value ng 1/2. So, square root of 3 is what? Square root of 3 is, wait for a while. Square root of 3, tapos take mo yung square root niya. Divide by 2. That is 0.866, tapos yung isa 1/2 lang. So, meaning, this is for 60, 30, right? And this is for 30, 60. So, meaning, yung y dito is 1/2, yung x is square root of 3 over 2. So, meaning, we're looking at yung mga multiples ni 30, which is of our pi over 6. So, yung pi over 6 is nandito yung mga values niya, right? So, ganyan. So, meaning, this is gonna be pi over 6. This is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, this is gonna be 5 pi over 6. Let me just erase this portion. And then 5, 6, 7. 7 pi over 6. 8, 9, 7, 8, ano na. So, let me just do that, so that we don't get confused. So, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, 11 pi over 6. And then, this is gonna be square root of 3 over 2, tsaka 1/2. So, same case lang yan sa ibang values. So, as you can see, if we do that, your sine x here is equal to negative 1/2. It only will be negative 1/2 when you are at quadrant 4 and quadrant 3. Because the values there are negative x, negative y, and then x, negative y. So, meaning, this is going to be square root of 3 over 2, tsaka negative 1/2. And then, this one would be negative square root of 3 over 2 and negative 1/2. So, meaning, our sine x would be x is equal to 7 pi over 6 and x is equal to 11 pi over 6. But, that would be kung yung closed interval is up until 0 to 2 pi, meaning isang ikot lang. But what if open interval siya, meaning it would rotate so many times dun sa ating 2D system. So what you're going to do is you add these add this expression on your answer. So basically that would be x is equal to 7 pi over 6 plus 2k pi, or x is equal to 11 pi over 6 plus 2k pi, where k is an integer. Why is that? So that we have to make sure na k is an integer here, because for an example, we wanted to have x, we set up, x is equal to 7 pi over 6, where your k here is going to be 2. That means 2 times 2 pi, that would be 7 pi over 6 plus 4 pi. Meaning, dalawang ikot siya. 1, that's 2 pi, 2, but it would terminate at 7 pi over 6. Meaning, it will go back to the same location ng 7 pi over 6. Even if you do 3, 4, you would just rotate how many times, which is calculated for that, and then it would stop doon sa 7 pi over 6 or yung terminal side ng original value natin from 0 to 2 pi. Okay? Same case sa 11 pi over 6 natin. So if you do that, you set up k as 2, it would just rotate twice and then go back to the same terminal side sa 11 pi over 6. Okay? That is if wala siyang interval na inilagay. Okay? So, next thing is another example is we need to find all values of x in the closed interval 0 to pi that satisfy the equation tangent x is equal to positive, negative 1. So, basically, what you're going to do is we are going to do the same thing, yung solution natin. Tapos, we are going to find yung x value natin. So, same case, what would be the values that would give you 1 if you divide yung y tsaka x? Kasi tangent t is equal to y divided by x, right? So, yung tangent t is equal to y by x. What radian measure would arrive it to? So, possibly, tangent t could be a 1 when it's going to be square root of 2 over square root of 2 divided by square root of 2 over 2, which is going to be 1 or either positive or negative 1. So for that case, we are going to see kung correct siya, we are going to subdivide our unit circle or our pi into 4 parts. So this portion right here is going to be pi over 4. So this is 2 pi over 4. This is 3 pi over 4. And then this is going to be 5 pi over 4. And this is going to be 7 pi over 4. So it would only be 1 or either negative 1 if we had these values. Kasi if we're looking at it, square root of 2 over square root of 2 could have a value na 1. And then this one, square root of 2 divided by negative square root of 2 would also give you a value of negative 1. Kasi both naman pala sila. So, square root of 2 divided by negative square root of 2 or negative square root of 2 divided by negative square root of 2 will give you also 1. And then, square root of 2 divided by negative square root of 2 would give you also negative 1. So, meaning, our tangent x are multiples of our pi over 4. So, if we want to write down, x is going to be equal to pi over 4 plus k pi, where k is an integer, or you could write down ganito, where, or you could just add up it here doon sa ating answer, comma k is an element of integer. So basically what does it meant there is that if we substitute any integer to our k here, it would go back to its original location, which is gonna be yung mga multiples ng pi over 4. Okay? So that's how you find for the values nung ating x. And also for this case, let's try to have another example. Let's do yung ano na lang, yung let's say let's do let me see. Okay, so anyways, by the way, I would like to add ngayon, waray ngayon hiya, okay, so it doesn't, yeah, it would still be the same. You could try to notate na lang kung ilan, no. Kasi 0 to 2 pi lang pala to. So, meaning, we cannot do that, okay? So, yung ating pi over 4, we really have to indicate each of these. Pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, tsaka 5 pi over 4, tsaka 7 pi over 4. That's the correct answer. And we can only do that yung kanina if it's an open interval. So, that is x equal to pi over 4 plus plus k pi k is an element of integers. And that means it will go back to the original location. So, yun pala. Nakalimutan ko 0 to 2 pi pala to. Anyways, let's correct ourselves. So, this one, I will just give you this one as an for as an exercise for you to work on. Same lang naman din yun yung ginawa doon. And then, I think we did this already. Let's try to move on to another example. So, ito yung example wherein we are going to find, suppose you have theta, which is a real number, and p of theta is a point of intersection of the unit circle and the line segment joined by the origin and a point 1, 2, and you have to find the sine and cosine values of the following real numbers. Okay. So, let me stop first the recording so that I could go back to you for part 3. Baka ano na naman siya maputol. Okay?